Hello, everybody, and welcome to the first book club with Bay on this channel. I am Bay, and this is Bay. Say hi, Bay.
Hi, Bay.
And this is other Bay. Say hi, Bay.
Hello.
So, we stand before you here today to put on trial Dragon's Oath, and whether or not determine whether or not we stand or don't stand.
Oh God.
That is how we're doing this now. I'm sorry. It was fun. Okay.
My first impression was literally the first thing I written down is at least it's only 8 chapters.
The first thing I have written down is, why did they write the first sentence as if Dragon doesn't know she's a bitch, referring to Nefret?
Oh yeah, right. Because
like one sentence in, and I'm complaining. So, real quick, we the jury, we the panel of judges,
yes,
and judges and executioners, do we stand or don't stand? Bay?
Don't.
Bay? Other Bay? Do you stand or don't stand?
There's like one scene that I'm like, I like this.
We will get to that, but
overall, no, because I fucking hate Dragon. Like, I hate Dragon. So.
Overall, I concur.
Although in this book he is Brian. He's Brian. This book.
I'm sorry. Half of my notes are just his fucking name is Brian.
With a Y. With a Y. Because they can't use eyes.
And he's like the ultimate middle child. He's not just like one middle, like he's not like just, the middle child. He's like double middle. He's got 2 older and 2 younger.
Mm-hmm.
And he's short, so he's got a short guy complex.
Yep.
And he looks soft.
I'm like,
and apparently he's the son of an earl.
Yeah.
He's noble.
All right. Let's get into this shit. So, we start off at the beginning of
at the end of the last book.
Yes.
That's where we start.
And honestly, like, I knew that, but I still couldn't figure it out because of the way that they were doing it. Mm-hmm. And here's the thing. With novellas like this, there are a couple of best practices, simply because what you can assume is that people are not necessarily going to read these novellas in the correct order.
Yeah.
Simply because they're novellas and people might go, oh shit, they're novellas. Even if they're numbered, they're probably only numbered on Goodreads, right? So
actually, no. On Goodreads, the novellas are listed in a separate series.
Okay, exactly.
So you could read this after reading like Betrayed and be like, the fuck is happening?
Exactly. Yes. So even Goodreads is like, we don't stand, and we're very confused. And when Goodreads doesn't have your novellas listed in the series, Goodreads hates you. Also, you can contact Goodreads about that as the author and tell them.
Yeah.
And the fact that a fan hasn't contacted them and had them say, like, hey, you should list this as like 8.5 is kind of crazy, because there are so many people that have read these books anyway. But
that's how it's listed in my iTunes, 8.5, because it's halfway between 8 and 9.
Yeah, and that's usually how they're done. And because of this, best practices for this is to have either in the beginning of all the books in your series to update them and to say, like, this is where this is how the series goes, and this is where the novellas go in the series. So like in Marked, it would say blah blah blah. Awaken. What did we do last? Awakened. Yeah, Awakened, Dragon's Oath, Destined. That's what would make sense. Okay, because that would be like the reading order. But they don't do that. And not only that, but when we start out, it's actually kind of confusing as to where we are, because like they say that we're crying over Jack's dead body.
Mm-hmm.
But then they make it sound like we're also crying over Anastasia's dead body. So my second note is, why does he care so hard about Jack? Oh, wait, Anastasia is dead. Sorry, I forgot. No, Jack is dead, in all caps. Why are we being wishy-washy?
Well, because he keeps her hair in his locket and then it burns up.
But it's confusing.
Yeah, no, it
It's
is very
so
confusing. Yeah,
confusing.
no, it's like Rip Jack. I mean Anna. I mean Jack. Like,
And if you don't know where to put this book because there's nothing to indicate it other than the fact that you know because of the dates, ma'am, I'm confused.
Yeah.
So, yeah, just as an author, the whole thing upset me. It was sloppy.
I agree.
And upsetting.
There should be something in this book somewhere that says like taking place after the end of Awaken.
Yes.
Exactly.
Like there needs to just be something that says this is where we are in the story.
Yep.
Yeah, no, but that would actually require them to, you know, think things through. Oh,
True.
did you tell Addie about the thing? Guess what? So I was chapterizing the new series today, like the audiobooks for those, and at the beginning of the second one, there's this long-winded spiel about how, like from PC, saying about how, you know, she's a very character-driven writer. She loves character development. This and that, but no matter how much, you know, she outlines, because apparently she outlines, no matter how much she outlines and this and that, as soon as she starts writing, the characters just take on a life of their own and just change things up on her.
Okay, real quick, before you say the next thing, can we just talk about that for a moment as three of us, as people who write things down, like, and do it for money, like do it in exchange for actual currency? I'm sorry. What? Like, what are you schizophrenic? I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say it because that is rude, and that's mean. Okay, I'm sorry. I apologize for that. But that's not how that works.
Yeah. No.
I hate that. Like, as if they just like dance. No, they don't.
Yep.
Zoe went and fucked all those guys behind PC Cast back. That's what happened.
No, she didn't. You were typing, bitch.
So,
you middle-aged like boy fucking fantasies.
Yeah.
Just admit it.
She then gave an example of a time that this happened. Are you ready for the example, Addie?
Oh no.
Stark was supposed to be Stevie Ray's one true love.
No. No thanks. No thanks.
But then when Stark and Zoe met, Stark told her, "No, I want Zoe." Effectively, is what you were saying. Apparently, their chemistry was just too great, and he was just too into her. So it all worked out for the best, though, because now Stevie Ray has for a fame.
Can we just real quick acknowledge that, like, as many like Stark and Zoe have as close to cute moments.
They
as
have the most chemistry.
Yes, they do.
For sure.
And they have the biggest bond.
But can we also just acknowledge that, like, compared to any other garbage book on the planet, they have no chemistry. Like, their chemistry is so poorly written. It's not.
Hey Zoe.
Yeah, it's just like, hey, Z.
No. The Z thing is Heath. The Scottish accent is Stark. How absolutely dare you, babe? He flirts with her in his Scottish accent, okay?
But it's not like, and then, you know, but in the way that he won her love was by being like, and you can screw whoever you want behind my back, and it's okay.
That you're a whore.
And she went, how very dare you suggest that I'd ever cheat on anyone? I don't know why you say such a thing. I hate these books. And good morning, everybody. I'm glad you guys are here on this channel. Yeah, this is the first time we're on this channel, and yeah, I'm going to be moving on the book clubs over here slowly but surely. And yeah, book related content's going to be on here So, but so the first chapter, I guess. Oh, I guess characters. We can go into characters.
Oh yeah, we can.
Well, there's Brian.
Yes, Brian.
Who was Dragon Langford.
Yeah, so Brian changed
that
his
is
name to
Brian.
And wait, just while I'm thinking of this, sorry. Can we just take a moment to appreciate the amount of times they rhymed the word sword with Langford?
Yeah, with Langford.
Oh God.
They rhymed it all the time.
In this book.
I was so pissed when I got to the epilogue and it was like
Maybe
back to
he's
present day
studying
and it was still rhyming. I'm like, why is there still rhyming? He's back at Jack's funeral.
in the eye.
I don't get it.
I hate this book so much.
Sorry, back to characters now.
So there is Brian. There's Anastasia Langford.
Yes. Not Langford yet.
Yeah, not yet.
Anastasia Blank. Whatever the fuck.
Yes.
I don't remember what her last name was.
Yeah. And then there are because we're at the Tulsa House at night, right? It's just not.
We're at it's in Missouri, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, we're at some place in Missouri, and the high priest.
Yeah, it does start
gay.
with a T. Yeah, it starts with a T. I just can't remember what.
See, I was hoping that they were doing like this really cool thing where they were like, so before it was the Tulsa House at night because Tulsa wasn't a place yet, it was like this house at night.
No, they're
No.
They are in Missouri, or they're in some place that I had to fact check. I was
Do
like,
they
I'm gonna
say?
fact check. Yes, they do. They're like the colony.
Did
Yeah, they're
I
in St.
miss
Louis.
it?
They're in
Okay.
St. Louis, Missouri. Because I Googled it. I was like, when was St. Louis founded? Because we're in like 1830.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I gotta make sure they at least aren't this stupid.
Well,
Yeah.
they forgot their own heritage with the Kelowna story. So
Yes,
I
because-
don't blame you for
I
fact
know.
checking.
Yeah, because the Cherokees have been in Oklahoma this entire time. We rant about that enough. But I feel
Yes.
like I don't think any one of us is like ever gonna be okay with that. Like,
Yeah.
so it's just gonna be
But-
one of those things that comes up every time, and we are sorry. But
Yeah.
the fact that you're like, I'm Cherokee, but I don't know about this.
Yeah, no, the Tulsa House at Night is based on a real preparatory school that is in Tulsa that used to be an abbey or something.
Yeah. There's a picture of it on the Wikipedia page.
Yeah, I'm finding out where. Here we go. Caskia Hall, Tulsa.
I just look.
It's actually really pretty.
I was gonna say this later, but I just love how much of like a retcon this book is, and you can fucking tell. This is an example of them adding backstory later.
Yeah.
And adding backstory to something that didn't need backstory.
Yeah.
But like adding context to this doesn't matter.
No, it just makes me dislike Dragon even more.
Mm. I think with Dragons and Lenobias, their two novellas specifically, the one before the novella has some sort of turmoil or conflict for each of them. The novella kind of helps explain part of it, and then the next book resolves the turmoil.
Yeah, but it's and it's just
no,
I know you're not disagreeing with me.
Yeah,
I'm quoting.
And it's just like it is so lazily tacked on. And we'll get to it. But it is so lazily tacked on because it's meant to be like, ooh, this is so clever. But it's like, no, you just had Anastasia die because you wanted someone to die. And then you were like, I could write a thing about it, I guess.
Yeah.
The pen got away from me. I don't know what happened. I dropped it and all of a sudden a novella. Would you look at that? Like,
I suspect what it is. Like, I suspect the point of this was to be like Anastasia was his moral center and now she's gone and now he needs to find it again or he'll be lost.
All of that.
I know. They could have just done some character development in the book, but they didn't,
I know. Like, as if you need a novella for that. And here's the thing. You can have a novella that's just like like a meet or a short story that's just like a meet cute of them,
Yeah.
or an anthology of short stories that like just sort of adds some flavor to the world. Patricia Briggs did this, but she didn't. We should do Shifting Shadows, by the way.
Oh yeah, we should.
But she didn't act like it changed the Mercy Thompson novels or something. You know, it wasn't like it just like adds so much stuff. And I'm not saying that like they say it. I'm not saying like the PC cast like made a tweet. I'm saying that like in the book, like at the end of it, you're supposed to go, "Oh my god, no way!" But it changes nothing.
Yeah,
it changes nothing.
It's all pretty self-explanatory. Like, you don't need the novella for you to get anything extra out of the story, because they did already kind of explain it when Nyx was like, hey, yeah, you're not becoming the person that Anastasia loves anymore, so you need to, like, step it the fuck up.
And the overall
that's literally what she says to him.
Gets nothing out of this, because it's supposed to be like, and this was an extra step in Kelowna becoming a blah, and that's like, and
that was a
who
whole
cares?
thing.
That was so stupid.
I mean, again, they were talking about people that don't give their readers any credit, like Rachel Kane with Morganville. Like, after all the, I think 15 books were released, she released Midnight Bites, which had short stories that had been posted online, some originals, this and that. And I think it's in like the 14th book of Morganville. They mentioned that Shane has a timeshare car type thing. And it's just like, you know, and when it's mentioned, Claire's just like, oh, I'm going to go get Shane's car type thing from the other guy that uses it. And it's never explained, but it's in the short stories. But, like, it's just something that she was like, oh, this could be fun. Let's write about Shane getting a car and put it on a website. But it didn't actually have to be part of the series.
Right, because there is nothing wrong with short stories, with having that kind of stuff. Like, there's a graphic novel, I believe, of when Mercy meets Tad and Z. And great, but like, we know what happens. But if you want to read it, it's fun.
And the thing is as well, like with a lot of these types of short stories and everything, part of the reason why they are usually distributed free or in an anthology of some sort is because no one really wants to pay for just the story. And while this was 8 chapters long, it really only needed to be 2.
Well, yeah, because to be honest with you, what we would have gotten the most out of is just their meet cute. Because I think we'll get into this. It was cute.
Yeah, I was very happy with the meet cute.
It was the best written part.
The best character of this book was the bear.
Yeah.
Yes.
It almost killed both of them. What? and also the other thing about like short stories like this is that they're actually fun for the authors too, and they can actually help you as an author. Like if I'm ever, it can actually help you like with your characters. Like for me, I was kind of struggling with Elder, and so I just wrote I started writing like a short story. It actually became the prologue of Elder, but still, it actually helped me like get back into it, and it helped me outline. But it can just help you like center yourself back on the characters without any pressure, or even help center yourself back on like the universe without any pressure, because you're not affecting or touching the main plot. You're just dabbling in the world.
It can help, and it can also just writing out those scenes as well can help you get to know your characters better. Exactly.
Yeah, because really what you're doing is you're practicing writing their dialogue, their thought processes, and how they behave without it having any kind of profound impact on anything else. Because this isn't where like crazy stuff is happening. It's just like a cute short story.
Yeah.
So you're getting that practice in. It's fun for you. It's fun for your readers. So it's like, why not? But of course, we got to get
night.
It's House of Night, so we got to get crazy.
Yeah.
and it has to be
spoon feeders
this
and
Raven Mocker
everything.
ghosts for no
Right.
reason.
Exactly.
And a rapey sheriff.
Yeah, the whole time I was just like, all my notes about him are, who the fuck is Biddle? And why is his name Biddle?
Yeah.
Like,
So
honestly, like this. In this world, right? You either worship Nyx, or you worship those who worship Nyx, or you might as well be a rapist.
yeah.
That is what this book, like what this series is. Like it happens in Lenobia's one as well.
Yeah. Oh,
Like
sorry.
it happens in Neferet's one. It happens in like freaking all the stories and like all of the books. Like there's always a character that just doesn't fucking like, worship at the altar of Nyx and they're automatically evil or a rapist or something.
Yeah. Also, can we talk about, because I have a note about this too, because we're getting like Biddle. Yeah, so this is like the human sheriff or something.
Yeah, he's a sheriff.
And he's
raping St. Louis.
And Raphaim is in this.
Is that Raphaim?
Is it actually Raphaim? I don't know if it is
They don't
Raphaim.
confirm it.
I think
However, he does talk. He does talk, and Raphaim is the best talker of them all.
I think it's implied just because.
I think it is also because he kills Anastasia.
Because
so
he kills Anastasia.
Kind of like a callback.
Like, I not that Anastasia would be alive, and therefore I'm evil. And I'm like, it actually makes it. You just muddied up your plot, because for Dragon it makes way more sense for like a Raven Mocker to have just killed Anastasia, and now he's cranky.
Yeah, and it makes sense why he's angry, because he could have killed Raphaim and he didn't.
Yeah.
If we're assuming that's going to be Raphaim, which, I mean,
but there's no reason for Raphaim to be there. Because also it's like, you bring up so many issues of like, why didn't Dragon know about Raven Mockers then? Why wasn't he Googling
why did he
like a motherfucker? Because I'm sorry. If you lay eyes on a Raven Mocker, the first thing you do is start doing some research, because this implies he had 230 years to be calling up the Vampire Council, to be doing this, to be doing that. Like, hey, I saw this thing and it was fucking wild. I mean, so you just introduced so many problems.
Yeah, he did.
Like, actually, when this book is set, the Cherokee was still in. Not Oklahoma. They were still in their other states when this book is set.
Well, were they in Missouri at least?
No.
Then why the fuck are they there?
They were here.
Yeah, they were Georgia, Tennessee,
and
one of the Carolinas. I think South.
I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
And maybe Kentucky. I don't know. I think possibly like maybe a little portion of Kentucky.
Then why the fuck is there a Raven Mocker ghost?
Let me look it up, because
in Missouri.
I don't know, because the shaman trapped him. Okay, why was he going after a dying shaman when the woo-woos were the only ones who knew about them? I don't know. Okay, the cast don't think this shit through.
No,
like if you were a Raven Mocker spirit trying, like, and you're weak as fuck because Daddy's still underground, and you're trying to like feed off the energy of like almost dead people, would you really pick the woo woo?
Okay,
and the shaman at that.
Real quick, so it's not where either one of us are, but it is close, because it's North Georgia, like northern Alabama, northern South Carolina, North Carolina, Tennessee. So it's like where all the mountains are.
Yeah.
Where all this, like basically where Georgia intersects with all the other states at the top. That's about where the Cherokee are.
Still not fucking Missouri.
Well, yeah, exactly.
So
were there woo-woos in Missouri at this time?
Yeah, there were Native Americans everywhere. There were tribes everywhere.
Yeah.
Okay. No, just because like the sheriff got the Raven Mocker from a shaman, so just wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
That part.
At least there was something
ridiculous.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. But like we were saying before, like with Dragon, like at the end of this book, like when it jumps back to present day, he does go like, if only I'd killed the Raven Mocker, then blah, blah, blah. Like none of this, everything might have been different. So he acknowledges that he knew what it was, but why, pray tell, when, Kelowna First is like, I'm here, bitches, come children. Well, why did Dragon not say to anyone, I've seen these fuckers before?
That's exactly it. And it's because they
too many plot holes.
Right. It's because they don't know that this is going to happen. And this is why when you are creating an entire series, an entire universe, okay, you need to know what the fuck you're doing.
You have to take all contingencies into
You
account.
have to outline.
Yeah, like
Outline. I'm sorry. If you are an author, and I don't have one, but I should have one. You know what? And when I have my own house, there's going to be a shrine to the outline, all right? Because you should worship and pray to it every day, because that's how you don't fuck up, all right? Because here's the thing. You're going to make mistakes anyway, okay? You're going to. Like, for example, and I know I did this because I caught it, but I was like, there's a year between books, so it's fine. Writer's card changes between Livescraft and Yorta, and it was an accident. But I texted you and I was like, but it's fine because people get new cars. It's just not a big deal, Yeah. But that was like but that was when I realized, or that was when I added vehicles to my character profile sheets, because I was like, I need to hardcore keep up with that. But it's just not a big deal.
No.
Because like I said, people get new cars. So it's fine.
From memory, I don't think Lenovia's novella fucks up anything. Like, it's actually been the stuff that happens in her novella has got hinted at back in like the first or second book.
Yeah,
so
so
with hers, they didn't fuck hers up except for the name thing. Except for the name thing, because like she implied that she chose the name Lenovia. She's like,
she does.
When someone called her professor, and she's like, no, just the name of whoever the fuck Lenovia was. It should be enough title, but her name was Lenovia when she was human. So, unless I'm remembering that wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was Lenovia.
Well, we'll find out in like a
few weeks. Yeah.
Yes.
But also, so the two, so there's the high priestess of this House of Night, and then her mate, who is a woman. So we have
sister.
What?
I said her scissor sister.
Yeah. So we have so we've got lesbians to make up for the fact that there's rampant racism and homophobia in the rest of the books.
No, did you miss that Anastasia's bisexual?
What?
Yeah. They insert like one line and she's bisexual.
She finds herself attracted to these women or something.
Yeah. Fucking Christ.
Yeah. I was like, they had to have something, I guess.
And it's not that like I'm offended by representation.
No, agree. It
just seems like they're doing the representation for the sake of it.
Yeah.
Because it adds nothing to her character.
Yeah, they're like, no, we don't have the gays in this book, so I guess we need to make some new ones.
Yeah, and she's Quaker, so she's an ex-Quaker.
Yeah.
So
a
bisexual ex-Quaker.
First time I read this, I actually had to look up what a Quaker was. I'm not gonna lie.
Well,
I don't think we had those here.
No, and
Pennsylvania thing.
Yeah, because in the United States, it's more of a thing. So it's not really like a big deal. But yeah, it was just like, because there's actually not really anything super, I guess, problematic in this book. But like I said, it's just one of those things that you're like, oh, to make up for the fact that you guys are so offensive that it's not even funny. Like, for me to look at something and go, wow, that's problematic, is like...
I think they think if they have the gay character saying this shit about himself, it's not rude.
It is.
But it is.
It is. It is so bad. But so honestly, I just found it. So I just find like them even having any sort of it's just so I don't know. I was just like, "Aw, lesbians, you guys are cute." You tried. You tried to make up for it, but you can't fix like the past 8 books.
You know, it wouldn't
issues.
be anywhere near as bad if, like, for example, Damien's character was more than just literally a thesaurus reading gay.
Yes.
But that's Damien's character and nothing else.
Yeah, no, there's nothing wrong.
And you-
Obviously, there's nothing wrong
like,
with gay characters, but
I mean, how did the High Priestess and her mate, who were in like what 1.5 scenes type thing, in an 8-chapter book, have more, I guess, character, like effort put into their character than, you know, a main character?
I don't know. Or even if like being gay is a big part of a gay character, because, you know, for gay people in real life, that can be really like, you know, some coming out stories are really traumatic. Things like that do happen to people. And, you know, and if you're not gay yourself, talking to gay people can help you with that. And when you're writing for people and like doing character development like this, especially over a larger series, and if it's a main character, it is important to talk to people and to just get help and to just like double check yourself. That's why you have critique partners and beta readers or whatever. And you can just tell that like they didn't do that or just didn't care.
Well, no, I think PC was the author and Kristen was the beta reader. That's pretty much their process.
Yeah.
They had one beta reader who the main character was based on.
And it's just like
sorry if that's
down
your
to
daughter,
the cat.
PC.
The cat was legit to a T based on her cat.
Yep.
And that's fine. You know what? And that's fine. Like if it was just the cat.
But I'm wondering if the love life. I'm wondering if the love life is based on her.
A cheating whore, like, because Zoe is. She cheats on everyone.
And maybe Kristen's just salty that she actually had consequences for being a whore in real life. So they're like, no, let's just
let it happen. Run around.
And you know, and because I know we're on a different channel, so this might be a different audience initially. But just to be clear, we're not saying that if you date more than one person, you know, you're a whore. Because
when you have multiple
relationships,
like when you're young and single,
bragging about your multiple boyfriends.
Because when you're young and single, you know, you date people,
have fun,
and there's no expectation of exclusivity. Cool, whatever. Nobody cares. But when your boyfriend is going, please stop cheating on me, and you're like, how dare you be a controlling bastard? You're a terrible person. Yeah. Because you were in. We've talked about this, but I just
not the guy you're dating, your boyfriend.
Yeah, like official exclusive relationship, and then you fuck 2 other dudes. Well, you don't. She fucks one other guy, and then Heath is just existing, and one of your boyfriends literally starts kissing you in front of your other boyfriend. I'm sorry, that's a line right there.
There are lines you don't cross.
That's kind of like a hard limit.
What are you saying?
Yeah, it's a hard limit, and then you're mad at, and then you dump him in the most dramatic fashion possible after you've been cheating on him for like a month, and then when he has the gall to rebound, you're like,
how dare he?
I've cheated on him with like 4 people at this point.
Yeah, and everybody everybody else was like, how dare he?
I know.
And he talked to Venus.
I know. And it's like, why would they write that? That's what we mean when we say that. Just for anybody who's new, we're not saying that.
Even in a book that does not have Zoe even mentioned, can we?
It was so great.
I'm more clarifying for anybody who hasn't followed the other books, just because the other book clubs, just because I'm like, I just don't want. Anyway, so I think we can get into plot.
What plot?
Oh, one side note. I know y'all do audiobooks. I do the ebooks. And in these books, between every chapter is a very poor drawing of very weird things.
Do you have an example?
I mean, they're all on my computer. I might be able to my phone.
Oh.
Wait, no, they're on my computer and I'm on my phone.
Can you send it to me, the ebook?
Send you the ebook? Probably.
Yeah, I've got it somewhere. I just have no idea.
Because if you send me the ebook, I can probably screen share it.
Got you. Let me see if I can send the file. Yeah, but like I literally wrote down, I was like, this looks something like an Art 1101 student would.
Or you can screenshot them and share them and send them to me, and I can share.
Got you.
I can
I'll
screen
do that.
Share. So after getting back to all that, so we open at Jack's pyre. That was the opening. That was 35-minute opening rant. Yay. So we get back to Jack's funeral pyre. We're all very confused about where we are. And, if you discovered these, whenever you discover these books, because the likelihood of you discovering these novellas, unless it is 2011, the year of our Lord, 2011, the likelihood of you discovering these novellas right after Awakened is slim to none. So you're going to be confused too. But you might figure out that it is immediately that we are at Jack's funeral pyre. You might not, but that's where we are. So,
yes.
And then
Dragon is sad.
In the audio
Dragon's depressed.
Because you didn't get the pleasure of hearing this. It was like his oof, and it was, and here's the thing too that drives me nuts about their writing. Characters when they're alone. And I know that people talk to themselves. I talk to myself.
Oh my god, that's
I'm
one
an
of
author.
my first things I
But
wrote.
they don't
talk to himself. Cool.
Yeah, but they don't just yammer. They have these full-blown epic.
Yes, they have epic monologues. And I know it's
like
a
it's
Shakespearean
Shakespeare in here. Yeah.
But it's very. He's just like.
Or Shakespeare was a vampire.
He's like, my oath, my dear Anastasia, my own. Why? You left me and I am broken. And it's just like, who the fuck are you talking to? It's so weird.
He's talking to Anastasia's little locket and her lock of hair.
Because here's the thing. In a play, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Because we don't have narration. So that's why you have monologues for plays. That's a medium where it makes sense to just have a character talking. In a play, you have a monologue. In a musical, you have Let It Go. In a book, you have narration.
You have italics for a book.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is what italics were invented for, okay? The internal monologue.
This is how you write across mediums, okay? I kind of want to make a video about this, ways that you would do different scenes in different mediums, because this is ridiculous. In a movie, you would just have him sadly reflecting into the night,
or worst case scenario, you'd have the voiceover.
Yeah. Yeah.
The little voice in the sky.
Or a montage. A montage would actually work really great, because you could
have
a montage
of this entire book.
Well, yeah, or just cute little flashbacks of them just doing normal things together or something. That's how you do it in a movie,
Mm-hmm.
I should be a writer. Sorry. I'm good at this. Oh god. You have to what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Show me.
There's
I'm
There's
going
one of
to.
the Ravenmocker that I actually I flipped the page.
Oh, we get to see what they look like.
No.
Oh.
You don't. But there is a picture of a Ravenmocker that literally I jumped because I was not expecting it. And it was there and I was like, the fuck is this? God, it freaked me the fuck out.
God, wait, she just said that. She was like, no.
No, let me double check. I'm pretty sure you don't get to. I think you see their backs. You do see their backs. I know that. Can I
save the first one, please?
Yeah. So you see her back. Okay, that's the roses. Yeah, you see both. You see them standing in one of them, but they're just really crudely drawn charcoal drawings. You see their hands. He's wearing a sword, and he's holding a sword. She's holding a sunflower.
God damn it. Okay, sorry.
Oh, that's the creepy one.
Did they have to take everything I love? Sunflowers, rude. It's my flower.
You don't really ever see their face.
All right, give me 1 second. Sorry.
That's okay. I'm just patiently waiting.
I know. Ridiculous. Wait, are these the only two?
No, there's more. Do you want me to send you all of them?
Yes.
Okay. I didn't know if you wanted just like an example or if you want like
No, I want it in all of its awful glory.
Okay. It's chapter 8. Does the epilogue have one? Yeah, it does. But it's just dragon's marks. Yeah, sure. We'll take a screenshot of it.
Yeah. Okay. I really don't know how screen sharing works on this.
You press at the bottom share screen.
Okay.
That's on the bottom of my one.
I'm missing the creepy one. Where's the creepy one?
Oh, beautiful.
God. Oh, this one is literally so fucking creepy.
God.
So that's that one.
That's Dragon. That's what he looks like.
That's the dragon. But like, why? And then this is the second one.
Okay. Yeah, I think I have them all now.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. So many screenshots.
You know what? Can we just take a moment to appreciate just how much neater StreamYard is?
Yeah, it is. It's so much. Honestly, like, doing it this way is actually nicer. Wait, what just happened? Where'd you? Oh, okay. Yeah, it is. It is much nicer this way.
These are out of order, but I'm pretty sure I just sent the rest of them.
I don't think. So is the
rest. Show us the rest, babe.
They just got here.
I just sent them to her. Yeah, you'll see the fucking creepy one. I literally hate it.
God, what the hell?
See?
Ew.
It's gross.
Stop it.
It's so because it's like he looks like it's not really like a raven marker. It looks like
why you gotta
chimp with a beak.
Be like that.
Wait, please don't tell me that this is the one that comes up in Google Images when you search raven marker.
It's not.
I'm waiting.
No, it's not. I've never seen this one in Google Images. It's terrifying. And if that's what her fam looks like and Steve Ray still wanted to fuck him.
I am preparing myself.
Freaking deuces, man.
It's creepy. It's like it's this much of his face, and it's just very creepy.
Ma'am, thank you. I apologize. This is being finicky about like letting me actually view these images. Hold on. I'm so sorry, guys. We didn't prepare this part.
Yeah, no, I didn't know we were gonna be like, we gotta show these right now.
Ew! Why is this like this? Sorry.
Yep.
That was the Raven Locker.
Show me.
I'm going to. I just have to like get prepared to do it.
Okay, Gollum.
Woo! Hold on. That's gross too.
Which one?
The last one. No, not the last one, but the last one that I.
Yeah, I
the last one I pulled
vaguely
up.
tell you what order they're in when you pull them up. Be like, this is chapter, blah 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 blah.
Yeah, excellent. Okay.
But I don't know why that she put drawings in the book. It's a little weird. Just because they're not like great quality drawings.
That's the Raven.
That's the Raven Locker.
Oh Jesus Christ!
It's terrifying.
Yeah, no, like if you're unprepared for that,
I was not prepared.
Is that supposed to be his markings?
Yeah, I guess. But
see, I imagine the markings as like, you know, the audio covers. I imagine them like that. Shaded. Not like that.
You know, I imagine just kind of like, you know, like.
Yeah, like nice outlines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I imagined it more like, you know, just lines in various shapes joined.
But now, I think also because that's how they're shown on the book covers.
Yeah.
So when they show stuff like that, you're like, wait, what? Ma'am, I'm so confused.
Yep.
But yeah.
Now we can get into the book.
So
now we can talk about the book.
So chapter 2.
Ravenlocker was creepy.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was. So chapter 2.
I feel very bad for you because you were unprepared.
It was also nighttime when it was happening.
Yeah, so you're just like,
la, 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 la. She texted me, she's like, you want to do the stream on Monday? I was like, heck yeah, let me get ready. And then I was just la, la, la. And I was like, what the
while we're all here, do you guys want to do Friday for...
I have a 9 a.m.
Oh, okay. How about, Faye, do you want to do Saturday?
I'm fine with my notes.
Because I'll be there Thursday, right?
Yes, you can.
Yeah. I'm coming in Thursday, so we'll be able to listen to it together on Friday. Thursday, Friday.
Yep.
I think I'm like 5 chapters into Destined right now, and I'm not mentally ready, but that's okay.
Well, just stop, because we'll do it together.
Yeah, it's not going to be great.
I actually found a review, because I was, I'm updating, like, my iTunes library at the moment, adding, like, the release dates of all the books and everything as well. And I was on the last book, and I'm like, I wonder what all the reviews are, and most of them were just like, whoa, last book, finally, it's over type thing. Please don't put out another one, all that crap. However many years later, season 2. But anyway.
Anyways.
There was a chick talking about how she plays the ball poopy drinking game.
The what?
I'm assuming whenever Zoe's ball poopy, take a shot.
She takes a shot.
Well, we'd be dead after book 1.
Yup. It might make the books more bearable, though.
Give me 1 second. You guys talk.
Every time Zoe cheats or says bull poopy, just take a shot.
Just cheats or curses. Like, because there's times where she, like, says hell or something like that, or, like, crap, and
they're like, oh, you just did a curse. It's like
crap's not a curse word, dude. It's what
Neither
4th graders say. Yeah, right? Like, she says hell, all hell. That should be a drinking game. Anytime all hell is said in these books.
And also in the last book, every time someone said, there's love, always love.
Oh my god. Or whenever Zoe talks about she's a queen.
Yes. Or whenever she calls Aphrodite a skanky hoe for having one boyfriend.
Yes. Yes. One boyfriend who's her warrior and, like, perfect. Like, okay.
Yep. And thank you, Maggie, for being Bay's manager. You make her life much easier.
Let's see. Let's look at.
I'm so sick of Apple.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I know how mental.
Thank you. Okay, so I apologize. Yeah. So flashback. We are in the 18th century in England.
1830.
1830, and I was like, the establishment dialogue, bro, just put it in the narration. Like, you just put the other thing in the narration because it's like, Brian Langford, the blah, 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 blah. And then he's like, hi, Dad. And he's like, hello, my second son to the right, who is this feet tall and this eye color. And it's like, why didn't you just put that in the narration too?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? Because here's the thing.
I know that they were oddly formal back then, but they were not that formal.
And you know what? They weren't really that formal, okay? Like, people think that, but as a history major, that's not true. Because here's the thing. We are oddly formal when, like, we first meet people.
Oh, no, but they're aristocratic, though. They were very formal.
That's not how that works.
Aristocrats were more formal than general folk, excuse you.
At home, amongst men, it really depended on the situation.
Yeah, and you're also far less formal, with your family.
Yeah. So if you're at home,
the banishment of your son will be a very formal affair.
That's true. You know what? I didn't think about that, but still, I imagine it'd still be like, fuck off.
Yeah, he'd be like, "You're dumb. You've been sleeping with the neighbor's wife. Are you
But-
kidding me? Like,
Daughter.
leave."
Yeah.
Daughter. Oh yeah.
Yeah, because he took her maidenhead apparently, and Dragon's like,
yeah, and he's like, "No, she
She
was
was
not a
n-
virgin. She was not a virgin."
that's not the kind of thing that a guy gets easily confused about as well. What with the mess.
Either way, he gets banished.
Yeah, he gets banished for diddling a girl.
Not
Consensually.
Yes.
Consensually, not raping.
No, he follows Nyx right now, therefore
Engaging
he's
in
not a
coitus. Okay. And then he gets marked. He gets banished and marked. Okay, anyway.
Yes, and
really
his death shall be, thy death shall be thy birth.
And Addie, boy, are you a lucky duck. You didn't have to hear these accents.
Oh, yeah. I
don't know what they were.
I was not expecting you to just rant on the accents.
But, my lord, I kind of...
Is it the same...
Wait, I'm going to find it.
Yeah,
I got it.
You go find that timestamp. Because I was headed that way. It's the same narrator.
Oh
no,
God,
they're worse. They go.
How are they worse?
I'm finding it. Give me
She
a
gonna
minute.
find it. She gonna show you.
How does it get worse than they're Scottish?
Find you.
Yeah.
You can run and tell that. Sorry.
So. And then I said the way he gets his name is fucking dumb.
Yeah, right.
Dragons are cool. Just name yourself Dragon. Like, what the hell?
You're a dragon.
It's like Han Solo. It doesn't need a backstory.
Okay, here we go. No, shut up.
He had no trouble with the sound. I don't want the answer to anyone, especially not non-existent earth if I be dead from this black sickness. Brian tried to start.
Wait, can you guys hear this?
Yeah.
Let me just bring it.
The tracker rested its hand briefly on Brian's shoulder. You no longer require your family's permission to pursue the future you most desire. Or,
what accent is that supposed to be? Is that supposed to be Southern?
I think
it's supposed to be the awful British accent that's very nondescript and changes a lot. Like, I can't fucking tell.
That is also completely impossible to follow.
Yeah.
Like, could you understand what that fuck was saying?
No.
Like, at least with the quote-unquote Southern accent, you could at least still understand the words.
Well, here's the thing. In both settings, there was an American accent. There was a plain British accent that wasn't bad, which was Brian's.
Brian.
Yes, well, the upper crust British accents are one of the easy ones to do.
Yes, the upper crust British accents are just fine. It's very easy to just say Brian's name. Anyway, and then there was like, the awful British accent where it's just like, hello, and then you're like, oh God, why are you doing that? And then it was like, and then in the same setting, I think the guy was supposed to be British.
4 years on another world you are
and then it was like that. And then, yeah, it was like,
Oh, shut up.
Because then it was like,
I'm a little cock like you is brought low. Let's hear you like being common.
See?
What the fuck? Who is that?
I don't know.
That was
guys.
That was one of the people that was taking him. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think they were both supposed to be British, both like, oh, I'm supposed to be taking you to like the House of Night. And then it was like also like, I'm supposed to be taking you to the House of Night.
One thing that yes, obviously servants had a low class, therefore
their accents are
different accents.
Posh, yeah.
However, if you're going to be in a speaking role to the family that you serve, your accent's going to be about halfway polished.
My cat
Thanks,
just
Kat.
yeeted my phone away.
Like they do have to improve their speaking voice. If
Yeah,
they're gonna be
there's
speaking to the family.
But all of that's complicated, and they don't have time for that.
It's not that complicated. She
No,
invented the
it's
accent for the book.
nuanced. They. How dare you.
No, it's not. She could have just made the accent slightly more understandable. That's all she had to do.
That
She
would
didn't
have
to bark it.
So, yeah. So the way he gets his name is fucking dumb.
Yep.
Yeah,
His name is fucking Brian. Like I was still upset about that.
Like the guy who can't speak English, even though he's English, calls him a snake, and the track is just like, "You're not a snake." Although, don't be offended, because
Snakes
BFFs
are awesome.
with Nyx. But you fight more like a dragon. Come to my dragon boat.
Yeah, he's like, you are.
What a coincidence!
He's like, you're a dragon, and it's like, oh yes, I am a dragon. It's like,
And
why
then-
can't he just like dragons? You know,
He
like that
also
makes way more sense.
asks-
Also, like people getting nicknames happens
Makes sense.
naturally, right?
Yeah,
Like
that
when,
was forced.
like I have like Bay and I, you know, Bay and Bay. It just happened,
Yeah.
right?
Yes, it started
Like-
off ironic, and now here we are.
Yeah, and like Addie and I have nicknames for each other, but we were never like, I am now going to call you this because I shall call you this. I'm so
My
glad
favorite-
we had this conversation.
Okay,
Dragon-
another side tangent. My favorite nickname story is a guy that lived down the street from me when I was younger. His name was Matt, and his nickname was Ted,
Why?
because when he was little, he was a little shit. So his pop used to call him Shithead, and it just got shortened to Ted at the time. Everyone called him Ted.
One guy at my or one kid that my dad knew in high school, everybody called him Russell because he switched schools, and so his PE uniform, because they didn't make him buy a new one, had Russell High School on it. And so everybody so the PE coach called him Russell, and like nobody learned his name. Everybody
That's sad,
just
but that's freaking funny.
well, he just rolled with it. So everybody just called him Russell. And like that's because that's how nicknames go. The only time that you really have a conversation about what you're going to be called or what you're going to call someone is when you're like, we are going to produce a spawn. What should we call it on a day-to-day basis, do you think? And then you're like, oh, I don't know. Should we call it like Juniper? And then you're like, no, that's dumb. Like,
Yeah.
how about Bertha? And you're like, I don't think so. I know your great aunt is named that, but she's not a very nice lady, you know, like that.
Yeah.
And it can that can lead to some big fights. That happened with the second spawn. The first one, there wasn't even a discussion. We found out it was a girl. Stixie was like, well, we've got her name because I picked out when I was 15. And he's like, okay, I guess we'll roll with that.
Yeah. So, so then my next note is fire, come to me.
Oh
And then-
God, I was so triggered.
I was triggered too, because this also confirms what we've been wondering too, is like, do people actually just yell it? They do. Because we've been wondering, like, if this is just for dramatic effect. No, they are always actually yelling, fire, come to me. Like, this is
They
actually
can
happening.
whisper it too, though. They can.
Well, no, but either way, there's no freaking stealth, okay?
Yes.
Dragon literally also asks, "Are there dragons in America?" And I just went like this. I was
Well,
like,
no,
this is
see, that was
pointless.
actually real.
See,
This was, you know what? It was this is another thing
pointless to
that
me.
they
it's
don't.
unnecessary.
Well, it's actually something that I, as a history major, would have appreciated if they had known. Okay, because here's the thing: nobody really at this time knew what was in America necessarily. They didn't like have all the wildlife cataloged. So it's not that they thought that there were dragons in America or something, but depending on how educated you were kind of like.
He was really educated.
Yeah, he was
Well,
very educated.
what I'm about to say is
He was
like,
the son of an earl.
well, depending on like how educated you were, you would have been like, well, are there other kinds of reptiles in America? You know, things like dragons, because I've seen drawings. Like, for example, if you see middle-aged and like 17th, 18th century drawings of lions before people saw lions all the time, like in Europe, they're crazy because like the statues of lions that they have like from the Renaissance are gross because nobody knew what a lion looked like, but they knew what they were. And so they were like, they're majestic. We're not going to draw them that way, but they are. And we like them. We just don't know what they look like. So yeah, people were really curious about cataloging all the wildlife in America. However, they don't know that, which is why I'm triggered. They are just like, it's a thing for him to say.
They were like,
yeah, it wasn't like a thing to make it like a period thing. It was just a thing for him to say, which is why it upsets me.
Well, also, speaking of period and education and all that stuff, as the son of an Earl, because they reference about him growing up in the house and this and that, and it makes it sound like he's lived there his whole life type thing. Do you want to know what they did, the aristocrats did with their sons when they turned 8? They got shipped off to boarding school.
Yeah.
The girls were educated at home by a governess. The boys went to boarding school.
Yeah.
They didn't know that either, apparently.
Yeah, like they don't know. He would have...
Boys moved away from home for about 8 years from the age of 8.
It's dumb. The whole thing's dumb. So then we jump to Anastasia.
yeah, it's 3 years later.
And this is where I had they brought lesbians to make up for all the racism. So they bought lesbians.
Dragon Langford is my note for this chapter.
And then I said, female empowerment has never meant lesbian heaven until this sentence.
Yeah.
And it never means that again. Because like Anastasia has the thought like, oh, I wonder if my mom would approve of like this whole lesbian like amazingness and like this matriarchy. And it's like, that's not the society you've set up at all.
The matriarchy, yes, but the rest of it, no.
Yeah, but not like the open lesbian sexuality. Like that's not a thing. You'd never see that.
No, and I also...
You don't even see open sexuality. In fact, open sexuality is a sign of evil in this universe.
True. Yeah, and the thing as well is I also just kind of find the High Priestess and her mate a bit rude. They know that Anastasia is... They know that Anastasia is very uncomfortable with any sort of PDA or anything like that. She's dressed like, high neck, long skirt, and they're like, they even say to her, why are you dressed like an old school mom? You look gross.
Yeah. Yeah, they're like, you should get your tits out.
Of course the lesbians would say that.
But the thing is, like, in any sort of, in our modern times of female empowerment, it's like you should be able to dress how you want. Even if dressing how you want is not, exposed.
Yeah.
Yes. But also, like, I feel like they were also just being really disrespectful to her in terms of the fact they were getting so intimate with each other in front of her when they knew it would make her uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's like, it would be like me, like, starting to dry hump Stixie in front of my dad. It's just uncomfortable and rude and weird.
Yeah.
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 It's not how.
But no, anything other than worshipping everything that the cast ladies think is amazing is wrong for these books, apparently.
True.
So then I said, is Zoe unique or not? And marked her having all 5 affinities and the 4 people having the 1 affinity is like, oh my God, this is like a once in a bazillion years thing. But now everybody having an active affinity for a single element is like all over the place.
Yeah.
I do know
Anastasia
that
had one.
Yeah, didn't know that Anastasia had an Earth affinity too.
Neither did they.
Yeah, neither did they.
Yeah. I mean, I get that Zoe is special because she's the Mary Sue.
Has all of them too, like.
But the other 4 kids, if you remember, are supposed to be special as well with their single affinities.
But they're really not.
I know, but we've got tracker dude. We've got High Priestess, and apparently Anastasia's a priestess as well. When did that happen?
Yeah, I was
know.
like, when the fuck was she a high priestess in training? Then why is Nephrit in charge and not her? Like,
I think she's just a priestess, and Nephrit's the high priestess.
Right, but like, why wouldn't Anastasia take over
yeah,
I don't know.
and start training Zoe?
She died.
she died.
She died.
It's so crazy. And then, so
Why didn't she earth the Raven Mocker? Like, why didn't she earth Ravane?
because they didn't think about it.
They didn't know she had an Earth affinity until this book. Okay.
So, and it's about,
Well,
and
now it's raising a lot of questions.
And all of you just fucking wait, because this plot's about to get so fucking, the setup
I
for
would
this was
earth
so,
ball myself if a Raven Mocker.
I
came
was
to
so
claim
triggered by the setup for this. Real quick though, I want you to be earthsome, be sensual like a peach.
Yeah.
What?
Makes sense, dude. Makes sense. No.
I'm gonna
just,
yeet
like-
myself off a cliff. Be earthsome, be sensual like a peach.
So then next, the
They
next
are
chapter.
millionaires.
Earthsome. I'm looking up how to be earthsome.
I just want everybody to know that they're millionaires.
Yeah.
Because
I'm triggered.
one thing I always got, because that I did pick up on that as well. People that are, because like there are like the elements and shit, but people that you would put in an earthsome category, as far as I'm aware, they're like pretty chill and grounded.
Yeah.
Because ground, I guess.
Yeah, because down to earth people, chill,
Yeah,
calm people.
but they did have to say peach, though, didn't they?
They did. And it was ridiculous. So then
All of the lesbian undertones.
can we just
Mhm.
Okay, let's get into this part. The setup for Dragon and Anastasia meeting.
Oh my god. Hashtag cancel Dragon Link for 2K or 18K.
No, it's not his fault that he's in this book.
I know. It's not his fault that people are in love with him either.
So here's the thing. She's like,
He's
well,
a hoe.
you know what? You're right. The kids are talking to me because I am young and 22. And I don't know about you, but I'm feeling 22. And they are saying things. I've heard whispers. And they're like, and the lesbians are like, yes. And she's like, the girls are swooning over this one guy and they want love spells. And they're like, oh no. And she's like, yes, but I have a solution. And it's like, oh good. And they're like, yes, what, I hope the solution was just a simple no. And she's like, no, it wasn't. And like you, the high priestess was like, why the fuck not?
Yeah, just be like, no, go away.
And so the solution
Carry on.
is to do a drawing spell so that everybody can see Dragon
His
for
true
who
nature,
he truly
Which
is.
just means that he's not fucking you to be with you, he's fucking you just to fuck you. Which is literally like because they went into that montage of everyone realizing it, and it was literally just, oh.
All in
thing.
rhymes.
Cool.
All
Yeah,
Well,
all
in
in
rhymes.
rhymes.
But also, it wasn't even necessarily that. It was also just like, because like one girl who was his girlfriend, who Dragon doesn't notice this at all. He doesn't even mention it. But one girl was like, oh, it was just a fling.
No. He just got back from the fighty thing.
Yeah. And
I
then-
know
and
that.
he banged the Welsh. And
Yeah,
they
but
banged
like,
together.
imply that this is his girlfriend.
No, they didn't.
They
It was a chick
didn't.
that he banged.
No, I agree with
No,
that.
it was a chick he banged.
Yeah, it was just a chick that he was like, oh, hey,
In another
when in Rome.
at
like-
another house at night. And she was gonna write him a letter to be like, I miss you, boo, come back. And she's just like,
she's like,
and
oh,
then
wait,
she's
no.
just like, what's but a fling? We'll be another vampire who'll make your heart sing.
Yes, yeah. Yep.
Stupid.
Yeah,
And
it
then-
is
and then-
stupid. The montage was dumb.
Also, there are two
And then-
boys that are in love with him as well.
They were roommates. They were roommates.
then also because the sheriff was thinking about Dragon too, the Raven Mocker starts going.
Yeah,
What-
that's what I was
what
like.
was the
fuck
quote?
is happening?
The Raven
What was
Mocker is
that?
just like, you must murder Anastasia.
Got you.
No,
I got you.
no. I am finding the actual quote because
Yeah.
it was awful.
Yeah, it was. You guys find it.
It's the one for Biddle, right?
Yes.
Oh yes, through your obsession with Dragon Langford, his future I see, he will change his story. His love is the key to defeat the likes of you and me. If Dragon's allowed to burn bright, he will extinguish the dark light.
Oh yeah, and then also to keep the power you desire, you must kill the Anastasia vampire.
Yep, there it is. Yeah, I just saw that. Yeah.
They are not poets, and they need to stop trying to be poets.
Yep.
But and again with the rhyming in the epilogue, when no spell was happening, he's still talking in rhymes, and I'm like, why?
I don't know.
I don't get it.
And
like,
then
I
I
get why
said,
Anastasia is doing her spell in rhymes because she's a poetry teacher. I get it. Oh no, she spells and rituals. Never mind.
Yeah, she is.
Carry on.
Rituals.
my next quote is, why are you talking out loud?
Yeah.
And then, oh no, the rhyming. Nothing will ever sound like a poem. Because in the thing, it was like, oh, it was said out loud in like a nice canter, like a poem. And I was like, nothing sounds like a poem. You aren't poets. Poetry is hard, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Anybody who can write poetry,
Yeah.
good for you.
Just because it rhymes doesn't mean it's
Doesn't mean it's
poetry.
poetry,
And
yeah.
it doesn't have to rhyme to be poetry.
Poetry
Just so you
takes
know.
a very
Mhm.
long time to actually get right.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
And they didn't take the time clearly.
No. So she's doing this spell, and then the air is like, aha, fooled you. And then all of a sudden there's a dragon and a fucking bear, and it's like, rawr, and then she's...
But before that, she
Oh.
got the flashback of him as future
yes.
him, and she was like, "This I thought was fucking adorable." I was like,
Yeah,
y'all did
I know.
one
I
thing.
was like, all
Y'all did
right,
one
but
thing.
like at the end of that whole entire meet cute sequence, I was like, all right, fuck you, that was cute.
Yeah, that was cute.
That's
Y'all
my
really
note.
They did one thing right.
And that should have been the short story.
Yeah, it should have just been chapter 4. Because
And
my chapter
I
4
also-
I'm not mad.
I also just like how future Brian is just like, oh, dragon is like, don't let Brian hurt the bear. It's chill.
Yeah,
Don't
like,
let him kill the bear.
Bye.
Trust me, don't let him kill the bear.
right, which is like, which was cute. Like, because so it shows like you have the ability to do something right.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the spell casting is still cringy, but that's how you set it
horrible.
up.
Yeah,
So what are you gonna do?
they can't change that now though.
Yeah. But it was cute because he's like, because he lies about like how good he is at spell casting because he wants to impress her. It was cute. Like the whole thing was cute. It was cute.
Yeah.
I
And
wasn't
they
mad.
should have left
I
it
wasn't
there
mad.
without the convoluted novella in the way.
Yeah, without the fucking biddle and the biddle in the room.
Fucking Bill.
Because none of that did anything for it.
No.
Hashtag boycott Biddle.
Yeah,
Hashtag boycott biddle.
we don't stand. We stand this part.
Mm-hmm.
We the
The rest of
jury.
it can go to hell.
Yes,
The rest
it can. The package it is in can go fuck itself.
Yep. Yeah, so then they do the
Oh,
spell
now I
together.
want a birdie beetle. Sorry, what?
Then they cast the spell together. She's like, well, you can help me
Yes.
cast the spell that makes people realize that you're kind of an arrogant asshole. And he's like, I don't like this, but fuck it. And
Yeah.
then he kisses her after the ritual's over. After the poem that was recited on stream, he kisses her. And I'm like, cute.
It was cute.
Like it. I'm
it
okay.
was
A bit
cute.
inappropriate though, dragon kissing his
Oh, it was
teacher.
very
And
inappropriate.
she's very naughty. She let that happen.
But
She
it,
Yeah,
could
she
have
was
stopped
like-
it, and she didn't. She just like,
But it's-
this shouldn't happen, but future dragon is hot, so I
Yeah,
guess.
also-
roll with it.
the setup, I don't have faith that they meant to set it up, but I think they stumbled into it. The setup was actually done well.
Yeah.
Because she sees like an adult with graying hair and stuff.
Yeah.
So I think that they don't know that the implication is there that like, you know, like I don't think they know what they did, but because the implication is there, you know, that everything's fine. And also they're like, I think a year apart in age.
No,
he's,
2 years?
He's
I think she's
19.
Like 3. Yeah, and she's 22 because
Mhm.
because I think she was fledgling for the full 4 years, whereas he's only going to be fledgling for 3 years.
Yeah.
And then she went through 2 years of priestess training.
Yep.
Okay. So, but they're not that far apart in age. Whereas
No.
like Zoe was, you know, like just comparing it to Zoe and Lauren, Zoe was like a million years
17
younger.
and he was
20 something.
24,
Yeah, 25.
Yeah. So you're just like, ugh. And then also he was being a creepy bastard. But they set it up in a way that you're not like.
Yeah, the Lauren situation was predatory. This isn't predatory.
Right. And then also they more or less.
They're both adults.
Yeah, they're both adults. And like also he doesn't like back off necessarily, but he's not like predatory or anything like that.
He acknowledges that they can't be obvious about it or anything like that. Like he does end up leaving her like sunflowers in our office every morning, and I'm like, that's just fucking adorable. Like, I'm good for you, dude.
Yeah. Like but it's not like, you know,
but it's not like he's like stalking her or like,
and he's not reading her haikus in the moonlight.
Yeah, or she's like giving him better grades because they're making out every now. Like, it's not like there's anything.
Yeah, and then because he also says to her, because she's also like, we can't do this, I'm a professor. And he's like, that your only issue? That you're an adult vampire and I'm not? And she's like, maybe? And he's like, all right, I'll see you in a minute. Like,
yeah, he's like, let me just go change real quick.
Because he says point blank, like, so when I'm a vampire, we can, and she's like, shut the fuck up, bitch. And he's like, all right, cool.
He's like, all right, cool, I'm gonna make that change happen.
Yeah. So he like, he acknowledges it. So they do it in like a way that it works. And so you're like, all right, I like it.
Yeah, no, it's, their relationship is definitely, while similar in, I guess, status to Zoe and Lauren, very different.
They did an okay job.
Yeah. My next thing is, this is so stupid. I don't even know what it is. Oh man, this retcon. I'm a matriarchal society, therefore fuck bodyguards, as if men don't give themselves bodyguards. Bodyguards mean you can leave and go places.
Mm-hmm. They lay on
the
Anastasia's pacifism way too thick. Way too thick.
Because the
I
Dark
was actually
Daughters
talking about
went
the Dark
to-
Daughters thing, yeah.
That
Oh, no, but that leads into the
into
yeah, exactly.
Because the Dark Daughters went to do a thing and Biddle's like, no. And they all got scared and ran back or something. That's what happened, yeah?
Yeah, and then like the sons of Erebus, sorry. The sons of Erebus warriors are like, well, we should go with them so that they've got bodyguards. And they're like, we are the matriarchal society. How dare you? And I'm like, as if like the president has
job.
The president has a secret service. Like,
their job.
Do you think that like any reasonable person, when there's danger, if you have the ability to have a bodyguard, I'd have a bodyguard all the time if I could have a bodyguard all the time. Like, yeah, it makes sense. I'd be like, of course, I have a bodyguard. I'd be like, this is my bodyguard.
In the context of this world as well, yes, it's been established. It's always been a matriarchal society, right? Mm-hmm. And there's always been
with
the sons of Erebus
bodyguards,
warriors.
Yeah.
Yes, it's always been the high priestesses and the warriors.
Yeah,
and the warriors guard the high priestesses and everyone else.
Yeah.
Yep.
The warriors,
so why are they so offended when the warriors are like, hey, can we do a protect? And they're like, how
can
dare
we do
you
our
your
fucking jobs?
Yeah, exactly. It's so weird.
Boycott high priestess.
And so then Anastasia's big solution, which anybody can tell is the dumbest thing ever. She's like, I'm going to go snuggle with Biddle.
Ritual. Let's go have a peace ritual.
And she's like, we need to be at the jailhouse because I need to be near it. It's like, you can't just be near it. You need to be right next to it.
Mm-hmm.
You can't
have that conveniently out of Dragon's line of sight.
And she's like, yeah, because you're violent. Same.
Poor dragon.
So
Poor
stupid.
dragon. He's just trying to do a protect, and she's like, no.
Yeah.
She's like, you're violent.
She's
He's
like,
no,
it's your.
dragon's violent. Brian's not. And I'm like, what the fuck?
And she's like, it's your aura. Your aura is like a little sticky right now, and I'm gonna need you to go stand over there. He's like outside the circle, but like near you, so I can like see if you're gonna die. And she's like, no.
But then
Around
he's
the
one
corner,
that
down
gets
the
jumped.
street, up the block.
Yeah, she's like, I'm like away. Run fast if I need you, cause ew. And he's like, then why did you even bring me? And she's like, I don't know, because we said that this was fine, but then
So
like
we
it
could
wasn't
make
fine.
out. Duh.
I'm really confused. Because they were like, it's fine with dragon. Because they were like, would dragon be okay? Because he's not a warrior, but he can do a sword. And she was like, yeah, that works great, actually. He can even like help me. And then they get there, and she's like, your aura's funky. And I was like,
Which it actually leads to him almost literally getting killed. Like his heartbeat was gone there for a minute. Just
Like,
because.
at least a full son of Erebus can do a speed.
Yeah, true.
No, that's just Darius.
Is that just Darius?
I think so. I think that's his affinity. Speedy Gonzalez legs.
He's the Flash. Is that what it is?
Yes.
Great.
Oh well, at least they are licensed protects.
Well, I mean, yeah, because if you're gonna be like, no, you need to go stand over there, like, then have a real one. Like, fuck it.
Have 30 real ones.
Right, like, if it doesn't-
that far away in a big circle.
Right, like if we're gonna undo what we just said, like why did we go through all that?
So she could be alone
So
with
they can
Dragon.
both be there.
I get,
But then they had to be separated.
but is he allowed to
What they
be?
should- what they should have done is he was getting too agitated or interfering with her. Like he should have been actively preventing her
know.
from correctly
Yeah,
doing
like,
it
she should have
before she sent
tried.
him off.
She should have
It's
tried.
crazy.
But they
Like-
outlined, guys.
There were ways to fix this with like one sentence, but they didn't do it.
Mhm.
They were
Mhm.
just like, your aura's fine. Your aura's not fine. Like, no, get away
Yep.
from me.
Maybe back at the school he was in Brian mode, and then once he got out there to be Dragon, he got into
It was
Dragon.
Dragon.
And Dragon mode is bad.
What should they give us? She's just like, but you like swords.
Yep.
You're like
Please
not
leave.
peaceful. I just
don't
feel
know.
like,
I don't know.
and like fundamentally we clash. So, and he's like, oh, I just wanted to help, and like I thought I came here to help. She's like, yeah, me too, but like now that we're here, I hate you. And it's like,
Now that we're here, I don't want it.
now that we're here, and now that like they forgot that we needed to be separated for the plot, this needs to not make any sense. And he's like, I'm gonna go be sad under a tree, like Zoe.
Yep.
Because it's always under one specific tree where
The one at the
everything
east
happens.
wall.
And like it's been like honestly I swear that tree is like a hazard.
Like,
No, it's
okay,
cracked now. It's got a big gaping hole
can
under
we
it.
talk about that tree though? Because it would make sense if that
Like-
was like her spot, like her sad tree. But it's also like the spot where everything happens. Like, why is that the thing?
Yeah, no, but if memory serves as well, I'm pretty sure in a later book someone gets trapped in the same cabin Colonial was trapped in under the tree. They fall into it.
Just don't go near the tree.
What they need to do, rip that tree the fuck up, get an excavator in with a shit ton of dirt, fill up the hole,
Yeet it out.
pack it all down,
Wait to Nyx.
send Stixie out there, he'll sort it out in a minute. That's his job.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeet that tree out of the way.
Let's fix this house of night. Okay?
That's enough
Let's
of
fix
that.
the tree.
Fucking tree.
We'll plant a new one even. Okay,
Yeah,
we'll get a
It's a
sapling.
new tree.
If that tree means so much to you, we'll get a sapling from grown from that specific tree. So
I
it's
think
still
we
the
should
same.
wait at least 2 years.
We're never gonna get there. We're never gonna get 2 years from now.
No, the new series starts just over a year after the first one started.
Yeah, exactly. Because it's her 18th birthday.
And we were there for her 17th.
Yep. We're never gonna get 2 years in the future. Like, it's just never gonna happen. This series should be taking place over 5 years.
Yeah, but plus side, there's gonna be 4 in the new one, so it's not gonna be 12.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, I saw that. They're releasing one in October, I think.
Third one. And that one was billed as it had the thing they get ready for the second to last installment.
Of how? Yeah.
Yes, there's not gonna be 12.
Thank God they're letting this thing die.
No, they can always do season 3.
Have it be at least 10 years in the future, man.
I so hope they don't ever watch this, because if they hadn't thought of season 3, I don't want to be the one that put the idea in their head.
You're the reason that we get this season 3 now.
Yay!
I'm touching wood. It's not my fault.
But with that, I think that's it.
Well.
Oh wait.
No, the whole Ravenmocker thing.
Oh right, yes. There's the end
and his oath.
Sorry.
Sorry. We haven't even actually talked about Biddle with the Ravenmocker, because we've had a couple scenes with this. Biddle caught a Ravenmocker and he's been siphoning his dark power from him.
For some reason,
it doesn't matter. So I forgot.
Yes.
Right. So he caught Rafeam, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I mean,
because it doesn't make sense for it to be anyone else.
I guess based on the fact on how well the Ravenmocker speaks, I would say it's Rafeam.
Because he still hisses like his brothers do now.
But he also hissed at the beginning, so I think that's their attempt at subtlety.
Yeah. And whenever he got particularly upset, he would start hissing again. Yeah. And if I'd been locked in a cage for God knows how long, I'd be pretty fucking pissed too. I'd be hissing all the time, and that's not even a Ravenmocker.
Isn't it his ghost? Like, it's not even him.
Yeah, but the turquoise and that. Lining the silver cage.
That's what I thought. Yeah, I was like, it's just weird. But yeah, so Biddle's darkness is bitch. And then Biddle comes out because Rafeam is like, "Hey, dude, just get Anastasia." And then
go kill the bitch.
Yeah, Biddle's like, "How about I almost killed Dragon instead, and I bring Anastasia down here to you live?" And Rafeam's like, "It's not what I asked. It's not what I fucking asked."
But I have a boner, and there's a girl, and this is how we deal with these situations. Yeah. Okay, you club her over the head and drag her back to the basement caveman style.
So he could, and we think Dragon's dead, but then obviously he appears, and that's because Anastasia's like, I know we're kind of chill right now, but can you please let me affinity you so I can walk? Thank you. Yep.
And invisible Earth wall appears.
Yep. And then he's like, "You can't hold it forever." And then through Biddle, Dragon just swords Biddle.
And she's like, "How dare you?"
Yeah, I know. She gets really offended about it. And he's like,
I did the right thing.
Saved your fucking life. Are you kidding me? And then his oath is like, "I will protect you." He changes. He does change into a vampire. And then he pledges to be a warrior, I think, right?
Yeah, he changes after he chooses to not kill
Rafeam. Yeah.
He's going to temper his sword with mercy.
Yep.
Well, here's the thing. At the beginning of the book, it implies that his oath is something along the lines of I will never murder Rafeam or something like that. And that's why the thing happened. But that's not his oath at all. His oath is just I'll be merciful when I can, man.
Yeah, I will temper my sword with mercy.
Yeah, but he's like, and I'll only use it when I have to. But Anastasia being almost dead is a cause for,
That's also just his first oath, though. Because then he becomes warrior. He changes the meaning. He's like, "I am your warrior, man."
Yeah, I know. I'm talking about this. I'm talking about that oath.
Yeah, no, there's another oath. The present day oath.
Yes.
Yeah, which is I think, real dragon's oath, where he's like, I will kill everything.
Well, yeah, but I'm talking about like the first one because they imply that like the oath to Anastasia is why she died, but it's not.
No, not really, not directly.
Well, yeah, and indirectly, if it is Rafame in the cage, but that's it though. I don't think he could have killed Rafame.
No, because like you
He's a
can't really.
ghost.
I don't think you can really kill him.
Like Ravenmockers can be killed, but I don't think they could be killed when they were spirits.
Yeah, well, because I think like, we don't really know how it works, but like,
because
I'm pretty sure like if their bodies die, like, are they still spirits? Can they become corporeal again? Did they even know about that? Have they even thought about that?
Probably not, because they are part of mortal beings.
Wait, that's my point.
Wait, I think they can. Actually, no, they can be killed as spirits or something. Because remember, the shaman's like, as he was dying, was like, you need to sprinkle turquoise over him until he dead or something.
No. Okay. Well,
I think there was something like that, and then and then Biddle was gonna be like, "Fuck it," and then he's like, "Oh wait, no, dark power, prisoner, cool."
Yeah, which like, why would you? Why?
And how none of his death
motivation?
There was a Ravenmocker in the basement.
I don't.
It was because this is St. Louis. Like, I know it was a while ago and everything, but St. Louis, like, I'm pretty sure it warranted at least one deputy. Like, I thought it was just a one sheriff town.
And it's worth mentioning again. If you even 200 years ago see a Ravenmocker, wouldn't you be asking everybody you know about that?
Yeah.
And then when you see them come back to proper life in 200 years, when you go, like, hey Zoe, you're trying to fight these things. I've seen one of these fuckers before.
Because at that point he was on Zoe's side, so he would be like, yeah, no. So I actually would, back when I met Anastasia and we first got together,
right? Because
this shit happened.
Actually, you know what would make even more sense? Here's how this backstory would actually work and actually make sense, right? It would make sense that Dragon and Anastasia never were got by Kelowna because they had already seen a Ravenmocker or something. So they already knew what they were. That could make sense.
Or if, again, he mentioned it, and that's actually why Rafame went for her, because he was pissed that her lack of death however many years ago, kept him, might have contributed to him being in spirit form for extra time.
Yeah, it could have been any number of things, but they just didn't do any of that.
No.
And it's like, you just ignored the fact that for 200 and some odd years, two people who are well respected in the vampire community knew about Ravenmockers and didn't tell anyone.
Yeah.
How many things do other people know about and they haven't said anything?
They haven't just mentioned, yeah.
How many other things are people not being very helpful with? Okay, because that's
Grandma Redbird knew about the fucking Ravenmockers, and she had never seen one.
You know how many people you could ask? You have a vampire high council. You could be like, hello, I saw a funky thing, and I think we should talk about it.
I saw this.
Yeah, because you go back and you'd be like, Biddle's dead, and also he had a thing in his basement.
Yeah.
And they'd be like, what was it? The high priestess of your school that you work for? They'd be like, what was it? Because there's also evidence that you fought it because you now have dragon tattoos. So something happened, right? So you'd be like, what was it? And you'd be like, it was a fucking bird, dude. And
it's a bird.
I think somebody out there might be freaky and think he's sexy one day. Anyway.
There's someone out there who's actually bird sexual.
Yeah.
It's a whole thing.
Yeah. Anyway.
We'll get there in about 200 years.
Yeah. So, and then they'd be like, wow, that's very concerning. It's a good thing we have a whole bunch of old people we can call about this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And it's a good thing that they're living in a land where most of the native population still hasn't forgotten
about these legends that they have.
Well, no, they wouldn't know though, because they're a different kind of Native American.
Yes,
Then go
I know,
to
but they
Georgia and hit up
but
the
they-
Cherokee.
But you know what they could have done though? They could have like, you know, been like, hey, do you know a thing? And they're like, no. Because I'm pretty sure, you know, like, 'cause they traded and shit like that. They might have been like, no, but like my uncle's cousin's second wife's father's granddaughter is down in Cherokee land, and I think she might know something about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but, and
It'd be
also,
very easy.
you got 230 years to figure it out. You opened up so many plot holes by doing this.
Yep.
This is so stupid. I'm
They did.
so upset. Why would you do this?
So, in conclusion,
We don't
this
stand.
novella raises more questions than it answers.
Yes. We got one good meet cute out of this. And that's it.
And it should have ended there.
Yep. This whole book should have just been chapter 4.
Yeah.
Where the meet cute happened.
Yep.
Yeah. But no.
But no. We can't have nice things. So,
Kill me.
yeah. So Saturday, we are doing Destined.
Also by PC and Kristen Cast.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a
Narrated
fun.
by Caitlin Davies.
It's going to be a fun time. So yeah, we will talk to you guys then.
Yep.
And we will let
Pray
you
for us.
pray for us.
God.
And yeah, catch you guys later. Bye, guys.
Bye.
This takes